Välkommen, disc golf fans. This is the tour stop number 1 for the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour. Back at it again with the FPO coverage this time, proudly brought to you by Latitude 64. Like I said, stop number 1, so we're playing a little replay here. Looking forward to getting into the action. I'm Derek Scull, and beside me we have Chris German, co-founder, co-creator of Gatekeeper Media. How's it going, bud?
It's going well. This was a very exciting event. We were boots on the ground here, as we mentioned in the MPO coverage. And final round, you and I got our hands a little dirty and actually filmed this exciting FPO card. So
yeah, brushed off a little dust. That's for sure.
Yeah, Sofia. She's got a one-stroke lead right now. Basically a legend here in Sweden. Julia, Josefine, and Amanda rounding out the card, and everyone was within striking distance here on this course. We're going to jump into hole 1. It's par 4, 463 feet. A little shorter than what we saw on the MPO side, about 200 feet shorter. And basically, you just want to get around that first big tree. And on this second shot, there's a lot of different
Sofie Björlycke
paths you can take to get there.
And like you said, Sofie is quite a legend in the area. She's been a member since 2008. And at the time of this event, she held 52 career wins.
She goes with the turnover shot to the left side there.
SDGPT, sponsrad av Nordic Disc Golf, Josefine Johansson.
Josefine Johansson, Team Nordic. We're going to see a lot of forehands out of her today. Very, very smooth forehand player. She's going to catch an early tree, but pretty short par 4 to start.
Yeah, good positioning. Should be a nice chip up for her into the basket.
Julia Foss.
And Julia Foss is Discraft Underground and a very, very young player. I believe no more than 15. She could even be a little younger.
Member since 2022. Currently holding 17 career wins.
Discmania, Disc Express och Sensbend. Amanda Lennartsson.
Yeah, bright future for her. And then to round out the card here, we have Amanda Lennartsson, Team Discmania. And that was so close to a nice hyzer flip. Just going to catch that early tree.
Just shows
like I was saying,
inches.
It's a pretty short hole, so these ladies should be able to at least give them a fighting chance to try to get a birdie. That one, though, just leaks really far left. She's actually over by hole 2.
Yeah, an unfortunate footing there. Not really able to get over on that turnover again, so...
Mentioned her forehand, but Josephine's just as adequate with the backhand. Keeps it in the fairway. Should be an easy up and down for par, barring anything crazy on the green.
Oh. All right, hole 1 jitters here. I think some of these players, this may be their first time on camera. Little low from Sofie there, but we'll see if she'll take a stab at it.
Great shot from Julia. She actually goes maybe 15 meters past the basket. Amanda was basically pin high with that shot, so fortunately getting caught up there, and she's going to have a little bit of work to save that par.
Josefine breaking out the forehand. Nice subtle
Great
ground
shot.
play there, so hangs around.
Whoa, Sofie for the birdie. Great way to start. Leader's going to be getting a whole stroke here.
Ooh, just low.
Just load there as well.
Oh, low seems to be the trend here on the first.
Josefine looking at the bogey. She has plenty of time to work that putt out, though.
All right, hole 2, par 5, 492 feet, 150 meters. Slightly downhill as it drifts to the right, kind of like a serpentine pattern. We got a lot of OB here and a basket perched up onto a platform.
This comes in as a par 5, but do not let the distance make you think it's an easy hole. I mean,
Pretty
Sofie
much
just
textbook
throws a
there, yeah.
perfect shot. We're going to see that again. There is
Out driving
OB on
the
the
catch cam.
There's OB on the right side they have to worry about. There's also OB on the left, and that comes up pretty quickly on the second shot. So it kind of pinches together maybe, I don't know, 100 meters out, 70 meters out. So very tricky hole.
Oh, yeah, nice ground play with an extra skip, getting it over that boulder there. Pretty good location there for the next approach. Julia going backhand right up the gut. Another fine landing zone here for the approach. Nice slow drifting backhand here from Amanda as well. Or I'm sorry, Josefine.
I'm pretty sure that was Amanda. That's a great shot as well. Don't even mess with that OB. You can see that one pillar there on the right near that rock. That OB comes up very, very quickly.
That one gets pushed over a little left here, stopped up. That might be on the edge.
Yeah, she was lucky to stay in there.
All right, that's another safe shot too.
If Sofie can get this one down, she can have a look for eagle. Yeah, that's layup territory there. Sloping green as well. Tricky stance here for Josefine. It just fades out a little early on her. Still has some work, but with it being a par 5, you have plenty of time to save par.
Oh boy.
That needs to
Settle
sit.
down. Just didn't get quite over on it.
That looks great from Julia. That should just nestle right up inside the circle.
Yeah, smart play.
Yeah, tap in birdie there for Sofie.
Oh.
Ooh, good bid there from Amanda.
I see what happened. Amanda started wearing orange, put the jacket on, and it kind of messed me up.
Oh, it gets even more confusing. Because Josephine's going to take hers off, and then hers is black as well. So she has a black shirt on underneath her white coat. So I'm warning you now, Derek. It gets a little harder.
And for those who didn't tune in to the MPO and are just catching the FPO here, this mound or this base that the basket is sitting on is actually a fighter jet engine from the grounds here that the Valhall Disc Golf Park is set on. It used to be a military base. Before that, it was a farm. So there's a lot of really cool built-in things that they utilize for the course design. I always love to see that.
Yeah, as we move into hole 3, the first par 3 of the course, 96 meters. This one is gettable for all the ladies here. A lot of trees to miss, tight gap. You can get a little lucky if you miss one or two of those trees down the fairway. There's a tree right there in the green that you have to miss as well. Slopes a little left to right.
Ooh. Hitting the tree with a lot of force, getting pushed over to the right. We'll have to see what that line looks like in a moment.
Yeah, no turkey for Sofie unless she has a miraculous throw-in. As we see the first little hiccup for her this round. Julia had a great bounce back after taking the bogey hole 1, and then this is looking just as good.
Oh, yeah.
With a nice little friendly roll.
Yeah, nice curl up into the bullseye.
Didn't really get over on it, and just going to catch that big tree.
Wow, that had some movement on it.
It's kind of similar to hole 2's tee shot almost. Like you just kind of want to throw something straight with just a slight little drift to the right. There's a left gap that Josefine was going for. That's going to drop in real nice. Should be able to save her par. Sofie still with some work. Got a little tester for bogey.
Oh.
And just like that, giving away those strokes. That is a great par save for Josefine. That is a great birdie for Julia.
Putts with a lot of force. All right, hole 4, another par 4, 410 foot, 125 meter. You just want to beat the woods. land at the foot of the hill to give yourself a clean approach there. If you go too far on your drive, you will find OB straight. A lot of rough there on the left. Oh, that's unfortunate there.
Yeah, there is a Mando there as well, so you do have to hit that gap. You can't just bail out to the right. As this could be jail.
Oh, wow.
Total luck box there from Josefine.
I totally forgot about that.
She is in a great spot.
Oh, that just got eaten up by the grass there. That was a really good line. Just maybe
just a little low.
Yeah, another 50 to 60 feet forward would have been ideal.
This is perfect. This should
it's Tate. Okay.
Yeah, I really like this hole. This is one of my favorite holes on the course. I just think this is the elevation change here, the dog leg, the OB. Just think it's a fun disc golf hole. You do things like this. You lay up to the right to the mouth. You can get aggressive, as we saw some of the MPO players do, especially if you're to the left. Plus, this green is epic. I mean, there's an old radio tower there. Like, this course just has so much cool history behind it.
Yeah, like the air traffic control tower overlooking the Koenigsegg factory there in the background. Doesn't get quite enough on it there with that uphill approach. Still pin high.
Yeah, 13 to 15 meters or so. She'll need a highlight putt. That one, about 12 meters. So these ladies not quite getting it in the circle.
Oh. I think maybe the angle was to blame for that a little bit. That tree right there in the front of her. Oh, yeah. Great bogey save.
Outside the circle. Little birdie sandwich with some bogey bread there for Julia. It's also really cool. All these chips you see on the ground are from all of the trees that they took down to help build these courses. So really nice to see the sustainability within the course. And boy, there are a lot of wood chips and really deep forest when we first, like hole one, like that was a very deep forest when they first broke ground here. So,
as well as the ending stretch, for the track as well. And there's still a lot more work to be done. I think, by the next time the tour swings around here, we should be seeing an entirely new, very clean property. And I think it's miraculous what they did with just a year of this course being in the ground.
Yeah, shout out to Henrik. He is doing something great, as this hole is... This is a great one from Koenigsegg here. If you ace this hole, you win a car.
A Hot Wheel car, that is.
It's only a Hot Wheel car. So Koenigsegg is a luxury sports car. You can see the factory right behind. It's a really cool hole. You're overlooking the factory. Julia or Sofie just parks that one.
And you'll notice that there are two circles laid out. So the inner circle is going to be your standard play. The outer circle is hazard, as well as the outside of that as well.
Yeah, the inner circle, anything outside of that was hazard for the pro players. And then this was a amateur event as well, so they got a little bit bigger of a circle.
The green is also very manicured, so you do get a good bit of ground play if you hit just right. So you do run the risk of going out, and that unfortunately never had a chance
Yeah, that's going to be a hazard. Her throwing from over there.
And then you also have longer grass on the outer circles so that if you land short, you may not get nearly as much ground play to skip into the circle. So this is a far more technical and finesse-based shot than you would expect.
Yeah, super fun to throw. This is the type of shot you just empty your whole bag. That is a great birdie for Amanda. No cut through there. Good bounce back. Josephine got a little close to the hazard, but no fear in her eyes. Race basket makes the birdie putt. Gets her back to even. Just need to keep pace with Sofie as she is going to be tapping in for a birdie as well. Oh, no. To give it that she's just smaller than everyone, so the angle of the putt was a little harder.
All right, coming in, hole 6, 285 foot, 87 meter. Par 3 again with the green placed ever so gently on this hillside here. Wide open to start the hole, but then shooting into the mouth here of the woods, so there are some trees to beat. Good reaction overall, but then forcing it into the ground there for Sofie so that we get no extra play forward.
Yeah, this is a tough one to get the birdie, I feel like. Josephine going to get caught up pretty early. I mean, you could see the slope in green. A couple trees you have to miss as well. Sub 300 feet, but
I think the trick is to throw something, just dead straight, kind of match the angle there a little bit late in the flight of the hillside. Kind of like
just
this.
like that.
Yeah, if that just
short,
pushed,
but great shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that pushed even a little further, that would have skipped up very nicely. Yeah, Sofie hitting these rocks here in the fairway, just stopping it dead, but doesn't matter. Easy par with a tap in there.
Oh, no. All right.
And I would prefer an uphill putt here over anything. I mean, except a tap in, obviously.
Johansson probably leaving a little more than she wanted.
Oh, no. What a tough break.
I knew we were going to see at least one.
Hate to see that.
Now she's at a weird angle near this tree that she can't even... She's doing a little flick.
Forcing to throw it just into the ground because of these trees here, too. Oh. Okay, based on what could have happened. But just a little high, getting banded there.
And quickly turns into a bogey. Josephine, couple putting woes here at the beginning of this round. She's going to have to start picking it up if she wants to make a run for first place here.
Such force with the putt there for Julia.
Yeah, the bleeding continues. back at hole 7, par 4, 182 meters. This is another hole, and I know you would agree with me. Really fun. One of the best holes here, I think. Another dog leg left. You have a hillside. Some OB to contend with there on the left side. Then after that first shot, you have a, depending on where you land, you could have a flex shot, straight shot, OB long to worry about as well.
Yeah, it's something where you have that Mando there early as well on the left.
Perfect shot there from Sofie. That's exactly how you want to write it up. This looks pretty good as well.
Oh yeah. Right in the middle, too. Little early there, making the Mando. Pleasant tree kick there, pushing further into the middle of the fairway. Cut out a lot of distance, but should have a routine approach from there. Looks like Julia nipped that branch high, cutting out a lot of the speed and distance.
Just trying to get up and down at this point. Johansson. Oh yeah, this looks really good.
Oh, maybe even just nicks the cage a little bit.
Wow, let's see that again.
Full flex flight. Okay, just a little short, but what an amazing approach. Better bring her helmet to the green.
Yeah, that is going to be a great bounce back.
Nice stabling up here.
Oh, jeez.
So that one does hit the cage.
What is going on here?
2 replays back to back.
Ooh. Sofie having just as easy as a birdie.
And that might be probably my favorite approach of the whole event. Wind picking up here a little bit, carrying that much straighter than she had hoped. Hitting
that was
something
a good tree
there
for her.
Yeah, exactly. Keeping her right there. Because I think maybe... Because it looks like there is a road there behind that hedge line.
Yeah, OB long. So, I mean, if she didn't catch anything there and didn't catch those bushes, she could have found that OB.
Yeah, not to mention, I mean, those trees are right there on that edge, so you're taking your meter in and
to the trees
and
yeah.
into trees where you don't have a stance. So probably the best outcome given the circumstance.
This is about a 10-meter putt there. Big putt for Julia here. Oh, no. After a couple birdies to start off this round for Julia, starting to unravel, and not in a good way. It's another double.
And I wish I could recall the Swedish pronunciation, but the term that I had learned from the MPO coverage is the bloody pavement type of round, where you're just getting lots of red on the scorecard.
I like that.
All right, hole 8, par 3, 276 foot, 84 meter. Going to be a big swinging left to right over the road, sloping green on the backside of the pin. You could see a lot of variety like we saw in the MPO. There's forehand lines, backhand lines.
So there was a big discussion here with the ladies. Sofie hit that tree and dropped on this side of the OB line. So you can see all those stakes there, and there's a road. She was in bounds, I believe. So they just looked at the caddy book, looked at the T sign, was just trying to figure out what they should do, whether she should play a provisional. In the end, correct me if I'm wrong, they all decided that she was still in bounds and continued to just play from her shot. So it's kind of like a landing strip of OB there.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the OB really is just coming into play because of like traffic and things like that. So trying to make sure that you commit to the shot.
So Sofie only throwing 2 here. She's going to get caught up, and that is going to be a tough par save. She's probably looking at a bogey there.
Yeah, the ideal play here is to play off of your drive just a little bit shorter, using the ground play to nestle yourself up there. Because like I said, there's a pretty severe drop-off behind the pin, as we see
There's
here.
that drop-off. Outside circle 1 now, putting back up to the basket. Josefine just lays it up. Take your par.
And they did have various CTPs along different holes for different position or divisions here. So that's what you see as the flag there in the near the bullseye.
It's one heck of a shot. Good par save there for Josefine, hanging around even. Just trying to keep her head above water. So we'll get a couple cleanups. This one's going to be for bogey, so Sofie giving one back. Julia to stop the bleeding. Nope, that was for bogey. My apologies. It's going to bring us to hole 9. Final hole of this front 9. This one's just a right to left shot, so throw a nice hard power shot straight. Just have the disc do the work. Skip on over here. This one's a raised basket and also another interesting kind of sloping green, so it really test your mindset of whether you want to run this putt if you get down there. Johansson getting caught up early. That's a great spot to land. You ain't laying up from there. Hanson, a little bit of work. Should nestle on up there. Be a good par save to finish out this front 9 for her. This is Amanda. Oh, no. Would have been a great birdie to pick up here. Julia ends the bleeding there, gets her par. We should see a couple cleanups. Still a close battle here, Derek. Sofie and Josephine battling it out. Amanda just hovering around. She'd need to put out a miraculous back nine here, but only a couple strokes between our leader and second place. So that would have been a great birdie there for Amanda to get. So we got ourselves a par frame.
Good way to close out there on the front nine.
I think so. It was a pretty exciting front nine from these ladies. It's cool to see some of the other layouts as we take a look. Sofie sitting at 2 under right now. Josephine sitting at even. Julia at 6 over. A couple of really tough holes there. And Amanda sitting at 1 over as well. So only 9 holes remain. We're going to crown our first winner for the FPO division for the first tour stop, Sweden. So we want to say thank you to all the tour sponsors making this coverage possible. Any last remarks?
No, I think just tack så mycket och vi ses.